Okay, guys. Today I wanted to do another model here. This one is going to be a little bit more involved. It's going to be an organic model. We're going to be learning how to do some organic tools. Um, I picked this little fish out because I was able to find a front, side, and top view. Um, and we could get kind of a good look at what this thing looks like, the different shapes from multiple angles. Let's go ahead and get this guy into Maya. So I'm just going to copy this path, Control C. I'll leave this open. And let's go ahead and from our front view here, I'm going to go View, select Camera, hit Control A. Down here to create an image plane, use um, the little selector here and click Open. Then from my top view, I'm sorry, my side view, I'll click in there, select camera, create another image plane, and then, what was that, the side view? Let's do the side view. Um, then when I come in here, hit Control A, I'm going to go ahead and add these both to create a couple layers here, and add these both to their layers so I can turn them on and turn them off. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up um, line this up. So I'm going to scale the fish to where the top of it kind of matches, and then I'm going to move this to where it kind of matches. So it looks like um, yeah, something like this. As you can see, the top of the head kind of, just tap W to move this. Something like this, so it's pretty accurate. We just want those to be kind of the same. And then I'm going to um, scale these up to give us some, oh, and you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to group these together, Control G, and then I'm going to scale these up together. Let's scale these up 5. You know what? Actually, let's do 10. All right, we have a big fish here. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is click the layers here so that they have R on. What that does is it makes it to where I can't select them. Okay. And let's go ahead and start with, um, let's go ahead and start with these fins. Um, that's going to be a pretty easy way. First thing I'm going to do is save this scene. So I'm going to go File, Save Scene As, and I'm going to save this as fish. Actually, I'll do another one. So I already kind of played with this a little bit. Fish 2. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is um, in my side view here, so as you can see in my side view, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use some curves. So I'm going to click the curve tool here, and I'm just going to go ahead and outline the shape of this fin. And I'm not going to use like too many curves. Um, yeah, let's not go too crazy. I just want to make sure that I get the general. There we go. All right, and when you get to this last part, you can put the little aimer over the curve, hold C, and it'll snap to there, pull it all the way to the end, and hit enter. And it creates that curve. Okay? And let's go ahead and do the other ones as well while we're here with the curve tool. And again, you just want to kind of work this shape as best you can. And click enter. Right, and then these are actually going to be the same. They're just different sizes. I'm not going to make too much work for myself going too crazy here. So let's go ahead and let's just do one of these guys and we'll duplicate it. My goal is to show you guys how to use these tools, and then you can go nuts. All right, I don't want to go too crazy. All right, so there's one fin. And then, did I do this top fin yet? Nope, I didn't do the top fin. Yeah, because each one of these fins we're gonna have to go crazy. Okay. So, okay. And then, when we get to here, let's go ahead and click enter. And then what we're gonna do is do another curve here, create a new curve, and hold C and follow along the line there. And then I'm going to basically kind of guess the arc of the fish here. Hold C and enter again. And this particular one, we're going to have to attach the curves. So I'll turn this off to show you it's two pieces. So I'm going to go curves, where is it? Attach, and we'll go ahead and connect them. I don't want to keep originals. And hit apply. And it's complaining about something. Why is it complaining? It shouldn't be complaining. Let's do connect. Man, it is not liking that for some reason. That's odd. That is super odd. I guess, man. You must select. Oh, am I doing the wrong thing? I'm doing surfaces. Curves. Attach. I'm dumb. Thought I did that though. Let's do connect. I'm just gonna do default settings here because there we go. That is super odd. Okay, let's do not blend. Okay. Whoa, that's tripping me out. That should not do that. Interesting. Let's remove keep originals, do blend. See what that gets us. Man. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't know. Let's do this. Let's delete history. Edit, delete by type history. Sometimes, curves attach. Let's just reset and click go. Oh, okay, so it looks like we do have a completed. Nope. Man. All right, so let's try this a different way. I don't know which curve it doesn't like, but it doesn't like one of them. Let's go ahead and just, I thought I did them both pretty good. Let's go ahead and just redo the top one there. I don't know why that did that. So I'm gonna hold C. Of course, I picked the longest one to do, but that's okay. And when you guys go ahead and do this the first time, you may have success. If yours works and they connect, that's great. You don't have to redo this like me. All right, let's connect these now. Surfaces, curves, attach, curves, attach. And I'm just gonna reset this. I don't want to do blend. Okay, so it might be this guy. Let's try to redo that one. And this time I'm going to do it from this direction because I don't know why that's doing that. Let's go down here like this. Hold C, snap together. Let's give this a try. No idea why this is tripping. Curves, attach, connect. There we go. Yeah, so it was the bottom one I chose unwisely. It's okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna delete this, delete that. Now I have a solid curve. Edit, delete by type history. Okay. Man, that was nuts. Alright, so I got those. I'm gonna, this one's the same. I'm just gonna duplicate it. Okay, so now let's go in here, and what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna make planes out of these. So let's do, I'll do the big shape first. I'll do them all at one time. So I tap 5 on my keyboard, this pops up. So I'm gonna go to surfaces, planar, and then I'm gonna go, and I'll do this in this mode. So I'm gonna keep this on NURBS. So I'm gonna create these NURB shapes. Okay, and for whatever reason, it flipped those on that side and this one on this side. No friggin' idea why. And it's going to be important that we're going to be doing stuff in the side view. So it's going to be important that we have the gray sides facing forward. So I need to flip this one. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm just going to go, it should be created on the 0 axis. So I'm going to create this one, and I'm going to go mesh, mirror, and I'm going to change this from copy to flip. Sorry. I'll reset the settings here. So I'm going to turn off cut geometry and change this from copy to flip, and then click apply. And then that one flips there. Now I'm going to make another layer here, select all these, hold control and deselect the NURB shapes to keep my NURBS curves, and then I'm going to add those and turn those off. Add those to that third layer there and turn those off. So I just have the NURBS curves. Okay, so let's go ahead and build out these shapes. The first one I'm going to do is the most complicated, which is this one. Let's come up here. And so what I want to do is give this a little bit of depth. And actually, you know what? I could do all these at the same time. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do it. Let's do them all separate. All right, so I'm gonna go to surfaces. Actually, sorry. Click this, right click on this and go to control vertex and grab the interior vertexes and pull these out. So let's go to my side view and I'm just gonna pull these out to about there, about 2 units over. Okay, pull these out to about there. And then I'm gonna come back in here and we are going to make this the shape. So I'm gonna click on this shape and then I'm gonna go to surfaces, rebuild, and I'm gonna rebuild this shape to polygons. So I already have this laid out here, but I'll reset the settings. I'm gonna go down here to polygons, quads and count, and set this to 500, and click rebuild. All right, and what that does is it creates a polygon shape. All right, from the it creates a polygon shape. Okay, so I'm going to select the NURB shape, and I'm going to go ahead and just add that to that layer again, just so it's back there. And for whatever reason, this freaking flipped the sides again. So that's not, I don't know why that freaking did that. This is a great example of why we keep our shapes. So what I'm going to do is, let's flip this back. I'm going to undo. Control Z is your friend. It's undo. Okay. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to select this shape. Let's make another layer here. Let's add all these guys to that layer. Yeah, we'll just add them all to the layer. Now I'll select this one. Let's do that again. Surfaces, planar. Oh, I already did that. Never mind. I'm going to go, oh, let's do control vertex. I don't know why this is flipping, but I'm going to pull this out to here. Try it in reverse. Don't know why mine's doing that. Surfaces, sometimes you just kind of go with it. Rebuild. It did the same thing. Why did that do that? All right, so you know what I'm going to do? Let's, just don't know why this is doing this. Flip this again, so it wants to go this way, so let's just do this. Right, and then let's now right click object mode. Let's go ahead and surfaces, rebuild. There we go. Okay. So then we turn this off. Now we have this polygon shape, but again, it's not flipped the right freaking way. So let's go ahead and flip it. So I'm gonna go mesh, mirror, and it flips it, which is awesome. Now I turn this on. This is in the right place. But of course, I have my NURB shapes, which are now in there as well, which is no bueno. So I'm going to make a new layer, and let's add these. Whoops. Let's add these NURB shapes to my new layer and turn them off. Okay. And then I've got those shapes. All right. So, all right. So now, what we're going to do is, let's give this a little bit of a, some more topology. Actually, okay. let's do this. So as you notice, this curve is off the axes. So I'm just going to double click the curve, and it's going to select the entire outside of the curve. I'm going to right click edge, double click the curve, select the right entire of the thing, and then I'm going to go select, convert selection to vertices. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to turn on soft select. And what soft select does is it moves like it moves like a soft deal, right? And I'm just going to set this to 5 because it really, as you can see, it kind of smooths it out really good. So then what I'm going to do is, all right, let me jump into my side view. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want all of these vertices to be along 0. So I'm going to hit R for scale and pull them all the way in. And then what I'm going to do is move them down. And what I can do is hold X, and it moves it and snaps to the grid. So then I have this, which looks pretty cool. So it gives it some depth. It's a nice poly model. Now, one of the things we're also going to be doing, and that's pretty smooth. So one of the things we're going to be doing is using smooth poly shapes. We're going to be smoothing stuff. So if you tap 1 on your keyboard, it's polygon mode. 2 is like polygon cage mode with smoothing. And 3 is how it looks when it's a smooth mesh. So this is how ultimately this is going to look. It's what they call a smooth preview, okay, which is 3. But let's work in polygons for now. Because if you make it look good in polygons, then when you do a smooth preview, it looks really good. Okay, now, the next step we need to do is to paint some of the these shapes here. And what you can do is just take a look at the concept art here. And you can trace it, but to be honest with you, it's better just to kind of paint, because this is going to be a totally different shape. But what we need to do is add some more dimension, or add some more topology to this. So I'm going to come over here to modify, and let's go to mesh smooth. And I'm just going to go edit, reset, and apply. And that's going to add some more topology here, okay? And it's just going to smooth it out a little bit more. All right, so now we need to do some painting. And you can just, we're just going to kind of paint this. So I'm going to go to surfaces, just kidding, sculpting, and click on my sculpting tool here, and I have it over here. If for whatever reason your tool isn't here, you can close this tab. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to double click the, oh, well, that just worked. But you can pull these tabs out and like move them over here, or as you can kind of move things. Let's see if I can kind of move this over here. That just doesn't like, oh, there we go. There we go. And you can kind of move, and I want my tool in here. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to paint on this surface like this with the sculpting tool, okay? But it may take you a minute to get your settings right. And here I have this set to 2, 10. Down here I set spacing to 0. And I'm getting some decently smooth results. So I'm going to pull up my concept art here and take a look at it. You guys can just kind of see. And then I will, I'm just going to show you this. So they all these lines originate from down here. They come from kind of like the butt, I guess you could say. And then they kind of go to the fin. So I'm just going to do my best. You guys can go crazy. You can also hold B on your keyboard as you're making these shapes. I don't want to go too crazy, but it actually doesn't look too bad. So anyway, I'm just going to go, and my, this is like, you know, painting kind of stuff. So like I'm really not a good artist. I'm just not. So this isn't going to look really good. Like if you were a artist, but that's about as good as I'm gonna get. Um, it looks pretty good. Man, that's pretty high though. Um, let's decrease that height. Maybe build up. Let's change that to 15. And let's see what that does. Okay, yeah, that's a little less high. Um, yeah, so just go nice and slow, or however you want, and you know, do your best. This is just not my wheelhouse. And that actually looks pretty freaking good. All right, so that's how you kind of paint shapes. So then let's go in here and so now that's our polygon model, which doesn't look terrible. So you can click 3 on that and you can see how it really kind of looks with smoothing. Click 1 again and see how it looks. Okay, so now let's go ahead and finish this shape out. We're going to mirror it. So I'm going to go over to Mesh and Mirror, and I'm just going to reset the settings, and let's mirror it. And it creates me my final shape. Okay, which is not too terrible. I don't hate it. All right, so now we need to go through the process of doing that again for the other shapes. And I'm just going to go ahead and save my scene. File, save, scene as, and I'm going to save this as fish3. You always want to save in, you know, you always want to save in, how do you call it? Increments. Increments, you guys. Increments. Okay, so let's go back here and we're going to do the same thing. Let's start with these little guys. And again, these are a little bit smaller, but that's okay. So let's go, again, the process. We're going to do, I was going to say we might be able to, actually, let's do this guy. Oh, and you know what? Actually, before I do that, I noticed something that I wasn't thrilled with. Let's actually redo that. Redo. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. When I look at the concept art, there's something I missed. So these are actually like, they have a top to them. Okay. So it's actually not, how I had it. So I'm going to go to Edge. I want to turn off soft selects, go to Edge. And then what I'm going to do is, actually, let's turn soft select back on and see how that works. Okay, right. So I'm actually going to move this. I'm going to come over here to strength, relative, and let's do 0.5. Yep, let's move it 0.5. And then when we, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off soft select, and then I'm going to move that like that. And what that's going to do is give it kind of a hard upper edge, like that. And then actually it might be too much. Let's take a look at the concept art again. I mean, it's pretty decent, y'all. Let's just go with it. So then let's go to mesh, mirror, the same settings should apply. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. And now it has like that kind of top upper edge kind of thing. And if you want, so we hit 3, and it kind of has these little grooves here. You can go in there and smooth those out using the smooth tool. Where is that guy? So there is a smooth tool. Here it is, smooth tool. Let's select this first. And I'm actually going to do this in let's do it in smooth. So click my smooth tool, and you can go through here and smooth those out if you want. Ooh, and this is working really well. Yep. Smooth tools. So there's always, a way to fix a problem. And I tapped 3 on my keyboard to get this into smooth poly mode. And this is really pretty happy with this. Now this is going to connect to the fish, so I'm not like too nuts about that. But these, I'll definitely come back in here, and this is really cool. It's almost like my computer had a heart attack. My computer has froze. I'm gonna pause this video while it freezes.